Hi, this is Corey Henderson with my EGS 301 Writing and the Professions presentation. Mine is on autism in our society. My reasoning behind doing this presentation is my own family. My son was diagnosed with autism at 4 years old, and he is now 14 years old. I was confused by what was going on around me at the time of his diagnosis and uncertain of what direction I should go in. Now, after years of both ups and downs, my son is a happy, high functioning individual. We have gone through many things in that time, dealing with everything from insurance companies being unwilling to cover his therapy to school principals who believe in, in punishing him in the same ways as they would punish a normal student. An example of this was they would put him by himself in an area, thinking it would be a punishment to him, whereas he enjoys sometimes sitting by himself and being in a quiet area with no distractions. So he saw it as more of a reward than a punishment. Um, I hope through this presentation to give you some level of peace of mind that you are not alone in your struggle and that there are families, both local and global, that are going through the same thing that you are right now. Um, for the contents of this presentation, I plan to show you over the course uh, the past, present, and future of autism within our society. Just keep in mind my message will always be that you are not alone. You are part of a global family with many others in the same position that you currently find yourself. To start, we will be looking at some facts versus fiction within the autistic community. We will then be going on to the global scope of the condition, as well as here at home within our society. I will be presenting you with some resources, both national and if you live in the local Middletown area, some resources available here. This will feed into what I hope to see in the future and an organization that is already working on this idea. I will be concluding with some personal thoughts and some ideas of on what I hope to have delivered to you. Let's go over some facts versus fiction. One thing that people believe is autistic people have special talents. This is generally false. Strengths and weaknesses are present within them, eh, within everyone, really. Um, and not every one of them has a special trait. Um, some do show strong abilities in areas such as my son, who's like obsessed with outer space and can pretty much tell you anything you ever wanted to know. Um, another belief that some have is only children are autistic. This is false, as autism is a lifelong condition, and research has been overlooked for adult autism. But with the correct support, individuals' outlooks can change over time. My son was nearly nonverbal when he was first diagnosed. Now he can he'll talk your ear off. Um, Another falsehood is autism is caused by vaccines. This is one of the biggest myths out there. It is primarily focused around the MMR vaccination, which was a it was a doctor in '98 who put this out there, but it's been disproven like, time and again, and none of his peers have backed him up on it. And not getting this vaccination can actually be dangerous to your children. So if they do qualify for the vaccination, please do go get the vaccination. Um, Another myth is autistic people are unsociable. They still have social needs, just like any one of us. Um, they may need support in certain social situations. My son, I used to have to keep headphones on him to ensure he wasn't getting overwhelmed by the sounds around him. And just taking some time to understand will really make a difference and make everybody's life more pleasant. Um, Autism is not only present in our nation as some may make it seem. It is a global issue that deserves more attention. In looking at this, the U.S. is not even the highest per capita nation for autism. Each nation has its own way of dealing with the issue, and one thing you have to keep in mind is that there is no set global idea for how to actually diagnose autism. Bangladesh and Brazil have the lowest rates, while Singapore and South Korea have the highest rates. Like I said, there's no specific standard for testing across all nations, and there is no straight yes or no answer for diagnosing for autism. As you can see from this graph from World Population Review, just a slight breakdown of where the highest rates of autism do exist. Um, Looking at recent comments made by the Trump administration, uh, many comments made by JFK, we can see this has increased tension within our society. Some of these ideas are based on misleading studies, such as the 1998 study that I mentioned earlier, and others based on fictional concerns, such as these people will never pay taxes. With the proper surroundings, they can be very instrumental in our society. Uh, but the main idea needs to be on how these individuals can best utilize in our society. The CDC is a government organization, and they're still putting great information out there and connecting people with great who they need to be in touch with. And Ohio still offers a scholarship for autistic students. This is for students that may not be doing so well in the public school sector. My son works with one of these organizations to do his schooling since he was having so much trouble with the public schools. Um, Here at home, looking at outside our national government, there are some great uh, national nonprofits that it can be you can turn to. One of these organizations is the Autism Society of America, which advocates for your children as well as provide resources for your family that you may require. Uh, do not be confused, as there are many of these organizations available to your family. You need to make sure you do some background checking with whatever organization you choose to work with to ensure that they align with your values as well as the values of your family to meet what you need. If you if you are in the local Middletown area, you have some great local organizations that you can work with. I have worked with Abilities First, Cincinnati's Children's, and Schaefer Education Solutions. Some of these may not be a great fit for your family, but they were excellent for mine. Um, Abilities First, that's where my son started out schooling. He went pre-K through second grade there, which is as high as they go. But they gave him in-class speech therapy, and they even helped potty train him when we were struggling with that. Cincinnati Children's is who actually diagnosed him with autism originally, and they did the Liberty. The Liberty campus is who did a lot of his voice therapy. He was nearly nonverbal when he was first diagnosed, and now he can chat your ear off. Schaefer Education Solutions is who he's currently going through his schooling with. He didn't wasn't doing well with the public schools, so they actually use a state scholarship and send teachers into your house for his education, and the state covers it all. It's no fee to the family. Um, as far as my dream for the future goes, my hope is for the future is to see communities form around these individuals that allow them to be independent while exploring their own interests. This hopefully leads them to give back to our society in a meaningful way. Some may not see this as practical, but many impressive achievements were seen this way when they were started. The idea, I believe, is just another one of those tasks that our society must take on to make it a more perfect one, where every individual can feel as if they are contributing in a way. One national organization that is starting to look at this possibility is the Madison House, which is advocating for principles similar to what I dream of seeing my child enrolled in. Hopefully, more grassroots organizations such as this will rise and make this a more realistic dream for all families within the autistic community. In conclusion, I hope you have taken away the idea that you are not alone within this community. There are many other families around the world finding themselves in the same situation that you are currently in. There is no reason to hide your autistic individuals away, and they need to have a sense of community. Please reach out to both national and local resources to ensure your family is receiving any assistance that it may need. If you if we come together as part of a society, we will be able to accomplish so much more than we will if each of us stand alone. Please again reach out to any organizations for help and networking. We have strength in numbers. Here are the sources that I've cited throughout this presentation. Some of these are great links for you to look at for resources and networking that you may need, such as Abilities First, Safer Education, and Cincinnati Children's. Again, thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you found it insightful.